see out of your own performance in the last preseason game here?
I just want to. I'd say the biggest thing for me is anchor on the bull rush a little bit more. Be prepared for it. I've kind of put it on film that people can bull rush me, so just that's what people are gonna do. So just be more prepared for it, and throw my hands again. In the last preseason game, I wasn't throwing my hands very well, and I just got to use my hands more and more efficiently.
How much does going up against Robert Quinn help you with stuff like that?
Yeah, no, it definitely does. I've had a good, a few good clips of using my hands against Robert Quinn, and it's helped me progress a lot in, the last few months and stuff like that. But, just making it come to life in the game, I think, is the biggest thing. They're not as, some of the rushers just don't get to the point as quick as Robert Quinn does. So I think that's the biggest thing for me is, still having that good timing, because they, more want to run around the edge. Robert Quinn gets to you really quickly, so then, your hands are much quicker. But when it's like a longer wait, I still got to have that punch timing. So.
I know the defensive ends have stuff they got to work on too, but do you ever go up to one of them and say, hey, can you throw me a bull rush, because this is something I really got to work on?
Yeah, they're obviously working their stuff, especially when I'm going against the, the ones and stuff like that. But I definitely, if, we're doing some scout stuff or stuff like that, I'll be like, throw in some, show me your numbers a little bit and, throw that bull rush in for sure so I can anchor on it and get a little bit of practice on it.
As a young player at this level, how do you fix the bull rush issue without something else going awry, especially in a game situation? How tricky is that?
Yeah, I definitely think it is. You can't just play for it every time, but like it's just more of a reaction thing. I think obviously, I think not everybody has their hands in the right position, but reacting and playing lower. I think that's the biggest thing for me is just certain things. Not necessarily just being like, oh, he's going to bull rush me, so preparing that way, but being in a better position for when he does bull rush me, or that's kind of how I would put it, like playing lower, having better tight hands, all that type of stuff, putting that together, and then when he does bull me, it's just going to be a better outcome.
You probably are you at a point where you're thinking heavily about San Francisco already and Nick Bosa and their version of the 4-3?
Right now I'm just thinking about what's ahead. Obviously, the Browns, you never know with them. They could come out and have both 90 and 95 on the field. So that's a big task as well. So right now that's just what I'm focused on right now. And then once we get there, we'll definitely focus on that.
Has Justin Fields said anything about to you guys, offensive linemen, about his experience in Cleveland last year when he was sacked 9 times?
No, he hasn't said anything about that, which I'm glad. That was last year. We got a different group of guys, and obviously we're looking for a better outcome.
Maybe not thinking about San Francisco yet, but how ready do you feel to be potentially a starting left tackle in Week 1?
I think by then each practice is very important for me. Just to continue to grow. There's still a lot of things playing more efficient, playing with my hands, like I said. Obviously, as that time comes, I think I'll get more ready, even for when that day comes. But as of right now, I'm just focused on each day and trying to make sure in doing everything I can to be prepared for that day.
As you identify things at this level that are shortcomings now or weaknesses, are you generally patient with yourself, or how patient are you as you kind of figure out what you need to work on and the timeline to do it?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me, I'm pretty tough on myself when it comes to it. Like, usually when I do something wrong, I know it immediately. And that's just kind of how it is for me. And I wouldn't say I'm kind of in between. Obviously, I try and be patient. This league isn't easy. These edge rushers are really good. Coming from a small school, FCS school, where you don't get that talent week in and week out. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's just not going to be easy. So I can't be as hard on myself, but I am still. And I try and keep a good balance, because either way you can get on a bad roll. Or if you keep a good balance and you keep on going and keep a good mind and be always trying to be positive, I think that's the best thing for me.
In line with that though, Braxton, are you surprised that you're in that starting five mix here?
I mean, I think the biggest thing right now is it's kind of been the theme for a while. So right now it's just, I'm not surprised anymore. Just kind of, got to get better every day and continue to do my job and not let this opportunity, go to waste. I think that's the biggest thing. It's a great opportunity, to, show what I can do. And so I got to continue to just seize the opportunity and not really worry about being surprised, because at the end of the day, it's a big shock, but I just got to go do what I do.
You mentioned that you haven't seen the level of talent in the NFL because you played in FCS. What has been the most important thing for you to be able to step up and into this spot in the NFL?
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I think, just seeing things in front of me, usually every pitcher, D-line, or, maybe even the coverage, they give it to you right in front of you. And obviously with, the players being better, at first I was speeding everything up, and now I think seeing that type of stuff is going to slow things down for me. And so I'd say that's the biggest thing. Obviously they're bigger, faster, stronger, but me being able to see things in front of me will let me react, because I know I can play as fast as them, but I just wasn't playing as fast because I wasn't seeing it because of their speed and stuff like that. And I was more just trying to, get to the point and stuff like that. But now seeing things a little differently and actually seeing the bigger picture is really helping me. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. You guys have a good day. Appreciate y'all.